business card size piece of paper for a year inside a bus.
We do political. We can't make it political.
I'm saying you better make some rules.
But you can't make it political.
I'm saying you better make some rules. It didn't sound like you had any. I've been hanging around for 4 years.
Hold on, sir. Give me a minute.
Huh? Hey, I'm getting older every day.
Okay, this is some rules.
Yeah, we have to implement the rules a little more.
Okay, well, that's why I brought it to you guys.
Right.
This was their first run at this, so that's why I want to make sure.
I've done a lot of work with a lot of organizations.
Anyone in the public to give us input right now? Or just Kim?
No, hold on a minute. Give me a minute, I'm not writing that fast today.
Point of order before you.
Go ahead, sir.
A few years back, the statutes did not permit transportation to be used in townships. Now this, I believe, we should have a lawyer looking to find out whether transportation by townships is permissible by state law.
It is.
It is, sir.
It is?
Yes. Schaumburg Township.
Boy,
It's
no.
huge transportation.
Yeah, they use it, but are they breaking the law?
No, sir. It is okay. Yes, it is, sir.
Richmond Township, Algonquin
Yeah,
Township.
no, it is.
And as far as automobiles go, by supervisor and by trustees, that was not permissible a few years back either.
All time. Not a problem.
No,
That's changed to what it is.
yes, sir, yes.
Okay,
It's okay.
thank you.
You're welcome.
I have a question for you, Mr.
Yes, dear.
Would you look into the legality of all the information that a supervisor requires of riders of a bus to submit to the township, such as the annual income of each home or whatever your financial status is? Because you don't have to be poor to ride a bus, you just have to be a senior or disabled. And I think that second page of the form that you have to fill out, I think it's very invasive. And I think that the Transportation Committee should look at the form and come back with recommendations on how to amend it to better serve. Because I think there are people out there that won't ride the bus because they don't want to present all that information to the township. And I don't think they should have to.
Right. And it's not a GA bus.
It's not a
It's
GA
a bus
but
that's
the
run out
form
of
is
the
like
town.
a GA form.
Right.
Okay, the form is just what they do at the county level. And those figures are optional. We use those if we are going to apply for a grant. They may need to know the income level of riders, so it just helps us be prepared to apply for a grant. I prefer to leave it out to the Transportation Committee.
Okay.
So that's, the registration form is not on the agenda, so let's,
Well, this is just all, you know,
we really need to stick to our agenda. So
right, they're just
what is your motion is basically what's the agenda. what-
Betty's motion was basically what H states.
Okay, so that's the motion on the floor.
What's up, Dr. Bob?
The original one of the original transportation committee, and Dan was the chairman. We had come up with different guidelines as far as what you can put on a bus and what we were going to charge. We were nowhere near $200 for a year.
Okay, we'll review even the cost. We're just coming up with some figures, trying to figure out where we're at.
When this term first started.
Okay, we'll have to work out the details as we go. So we have a motion on the floor. Is there a second? There's a second.
Betty?
Betty? Okay. Betty made the motion. Let's just do a roll call vote.
Trustee Zer?
Yes.
Trustee Murphy?
Yes.
Trustee McMahon?
Yes.
Supervisor Moore?
Yes. 4-0, unanimous, carries.
Okay, wait a minute. The one thing we haven't figured out is the specific line item. We get these donations, what line item is it going to? Under senior services, it would be a 900.
We would have to add a line item.
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, we can-
Can we do that?
Where would now start opening the budget?
Well, Barb was gonna be the one that would be, handling the,
But how would she, would they be mailed to the township? Would these things be mailed to the township? Because you know you're not.
Mail to the township to my attention.
We can talk about that next month, because you haven't got all these things.
Exactly. I mean, this is just a.
Not on the agenda.
I know. This is just a start, okay? I know. So,
Why don't we come up with that next meeting? Because we don't have it.
okay, put that on there too, please. And we will continue. We need to schedule a meeting.
right.
Let's keep going here.
I got it.
We need to schedule a meeting so we can get down with this. But at least this was just the beginning, so at least we
Can I
can.
say something?
Yeah, what's up, Loretta?
I just want to make sure that it's pointed out that the Grafton bus for seniors is a service. It is not a taxi. I mean, if they call up and say, I have to be there at such and such, but if it won't fit into the schedule, then they have to take the time that the bus is offered. Right? It's not a cab.
Well, right, I think
It's
most
a
people know
service.
that.
Right. And it's to serve all seniors, not just, you know.
Right.
Oh, yeah, I don't think we've had any
Okay.
problems with that along the
Throughout the
way.
whole township.
Right.
Yeah, oh,
Yeah.
definitely, I don't think we've had any problems with that either, Loretta.
Yeah, I live 10 miles from here.
We have the complaints that they.
Are we ready for the next item?
operate.
I have one more thing to do with senior transportation. My little new BFFs that I've met, they're so cute. But they were saying that there was a time where the, hours, that they said that they were told the hours gonna be cut.
And we all reassured them that wasn't.
That's not true. The hours are not cut, it's still 9 to 3 if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
Okay, just making sure. Okay.
Okay, discussion and action on a resolution which I don't have. Do you have it?
You can find it all at home.
Do you have a formal resolution written up?
It's not a cab, it's a service.
I think if we're gonna take action on a resolution, I'd like to have a copy or.
No.
It's
Seniors and disabled.
I am a rather form is disabled or heavy, yes. Do we have to, do one of us have to call this as a motion?
Yeah, you gotta have it.
All right, I'll make the motion for discussion, potential action on your resolution for elected officials and employees of Grafton Township who have served in the military to purchase additional IRMF credits for the years of military service. And
I'll second. Okay, now you
Jack,
can discuss.
I'm concerned. How much money does this cost the township? And is it coming out of your, well, wait a
I
minute.
gotta pay my share and the township has to pay their share. But it's only up to 4 years, is the most you can get. You know, it isn't like.
Well,
you
this
get 20 years.
determines how many years you served in the military.
Well, it's determined for anybody from
Right.
now on. It isn't like just for me, it's for anybody who's ever served in the military, who works, you know, and gets a pension, he can buy more. The person who's can buy more,
Do you know how much it's gonna cost our
no, they
township?
don't know. They don't tell us.
It's not gonna cost our township anything?
Yeah, it's,
Yes,
yeah,
we'll have to match.
but you don't match it, like I got it, like if I wanna go into this, I gotta pay it right away, but yours is kind of as it goes along through the
Yeah,
years.
but how much is it?
I don't know, they don't tell
They
us.
won't tell you.
Until you guys approve.
This is kinda difficult.
No, but everybody's different, every person is different. It depends on what you make, how many years you're gonna buy, you can't say how much.
You guys wanna say
Do you have anything written up on that with the RMF?
Yeah,
It's the-
they-
It's obviously an
Government
option
pension.
that we don't
I
have to take
agree.
action on. IMRF. That's an IMRF document.
Right.
You know,
What it comes down to, Ed was explaining this to me.
Oh.
My husband works for the state, so I'm
Right.
like, what the heck? So okay, I'm gonna just use big, huge figures right now, but if you had so many years, you can do up to 4 years credit, right?
Yeah,
Okay, so say the person who's doing it wants to pay, okay, say they had to pay $20,000. So they paid that on their own. When their pension comes, to match that 20,000 would be spread across
4 years, or a lifetime.
for the lifetime of however he collects the pension. So it doesn't come out that we're paying, oh my God, we gotta pay $5,000 this year, but you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm not, but they won't give you the exact figures. It drives me crazy, but they won't do it.
That's where the stickler is. I'm a great advocate of our veterans. I'm the treasurer for our Huntley Legion, and my husband was a veteran, and I know so many of them. And I like this, but I want to know how much it's really going to cost our township.
Does your IMRF come out of yours, or does it come out of the town?
Mine comes out of the town fund.
Sorry?
Mine comes out of the town fund.
Comes out of the town fund.
And see, when we make this resolution, we're not only making it for you, but
It's for the,
anyone that would be hired by our township, if they were a veteran, it would automatically,
if they want to,
If they wanted to do it.
right,
you know.
It's that way at the state too.
Right.
Not everybody wants to do it.
Trust me.
Depends what I don't even know what it's gonna cost.
Sorry, sir?
Nothing to break it.
No.
And I ready to talk, you two to talk?
okay, good.
If the state of Illinois with $1 billion in deficit can do it, I think our township should be able to do it without question.
They're already in deficit, we're already in deficit with everything.
Do it anyway.
I wish we had dollar amounts, so we kind of know what we're really
Why don't we
speaking
table it till
about.
next year?
In dollars.
I just wanna say I'm in favor of doing this, I think we need to support military personnel.
I understand what you're saying, and I agree, it's like, we don't know, but like I said, it's gonna be stretched out.
Right.
That, I don't think you're really gonna see a whole big difference.
Was there a motion in the second?
Yes,
Yes.
there was.
Vote on this, baby.
Okay, are we ready to vote?
So,
The only one who did.
Would clerk please do roll call vote?
Trustee Zerk?
You're not saying.
Yes, I'm gonna go with
Trustee
it.
Murphy?
yes.
Trustee McMahon?
Yes.
Supervisor Moore?
Yes, motion carries unanimously. Okay, next item up is discussion and action on a line item transfer with the
Okay, I need to transfer, I'm not gonna read all this here.
Okay.
From line item 6391 contingency, which
Did
is,
you fill out the TOI form?
yeah, it's right here.
Thank you.
And then, we're gonna go transfer to $3,200 to transfer to 6840 debt service. That is the service, that's the money that's gonna pay off the loan, because we don't have enough money, we're gonna need that. And that's 10% of that.
Do you have more than one copy of that? Maybe I'll have a copy.
On that.
I got it written down.
Could I have one? Okay, something there. There you go.
How much money?
I just need to visualize it.
Yeah, $3,200.
All right, so basically the motion has to be, you want to transfer $3,200 from line item 6391 to line item 6840.
Yes.
Is that correct? Okay, just make the motion.
I'll second it.
Thank you. No.
Paid the debt service.
All right. Do we have a motion?
Yep. I made it, she seconded.
Roll call vote?
Trustee Murphy?
Yep.
Trustee Zerk?
Yes.
Trustee McMahon?
Yes.
Supervisor Moore?
Yes, motion carries 4-0. Okay.
Before we go into adjourning, I would like to go back to our B with the Grafton Township final payment. What we got going on, people, is I figured out where we're at, or tentatively figured it out. When we pay for all this that we paid for today, we're gonna be, according to the bank statement, we're $30,000 in the red. And we also got, we approved, I mean, the judge approved this $10,000 for this audit, so it makes it $40,000 in the red. And that's as of right, when this all happens tomorrow, this is where we're at. We got a payroll here to meet on February 19th. We got to borrow some money in order to meet all this. And I would like to, Jack, can we borrow some money from you? Because we're gonna need like $150,000 to keep us going through the rest of February and March. And I figure this is the place that we have to do it.
It's not.
Can't vote on it.
Well, wait a minute, we can't do it for next month's meeting, you're out of business before that. And can't we involve it with what we're doing here with paying off the...
Excuse me, Betty, but Rob and you all voted to issue the $250,000. I voted no. So, you know, you could have been with me on no, and you could have had this money kept. But you decided to pay it back. You want to pay it back? Well, now deal with the consequences. Let her deal with the consequences just like she always does. Let her write rubber checks for all I care.
No.
Yes, yes, yes.
What happened here is the electors at our annual meeting...
I understand. There's no sense going over it twice. You voted in favor of issuing the money. The money is gone into the system. Why are we retrenching? You could have borrowed that money. You could have borrowed that money because you knew this was going to happen.
Right.
Okay, can I make a suggestion? Could we take a 5-minute recess? I need to.
I don't want to take no recess. I want to continue. I want to go home.
It's been a
So do
while.
I'm tired. I want to go
Let's
home.
take a 5-minute recess and then we'll start over right where we stopped, okay?
Okay,
You guys good with that?
yes,
Thank you.
I'm good on that. I don't know.
Just so you know, you're being recorded right now.
Got no choice. Naughty, sneaky. You didn't tell me that you had done it. I didn't realize it was public happening.
I gotta find one.
I should hope I'd be a good
We're gonna try and get a hold of the heads of the neighborhoods out there, and then we'll get some lunch now. All right, I know it really
Everybody in the none who came like this be discriminated because they got
Yeah, right. Thanks, Bob. Talk to me, I need help.
Go away. Actually, yeah, she's had knee surgery, so. Oh, yeah.
Okay, 5 minutes is up, are we ready?
Okay.
Like, play commanders out front, I'm not even cartilage, like, and stuff, so I can cartilage wrapping around the face. It could have been a lot worse if we didn't cut it. Back to order. Is that okay?
Or how to go about it.
All right. I'm back. It's past his bedtime. Harriet. Oh, there she is. Harriet, listen, get over here. Shush. As long as we have a form, yes.
All right, and what Mr. Cohn just told me is that because it's happening before the end of this year, we have to go to the bank and get anticipation warrants. And we would have to get one for like 150,000, or 150 wouldn't quite, well, I guess 100. We've got 40 in the red here, so.
Betty, the balance on the checkbook in QuickBooks is $8,500.
What?
Where do you get this 40?
The one I got here is 368,000. Here.
You didn't approve the Jack set of bills for $13,000.
According to your records.
I'm just telling you what the register said today when I made up that $33,000 check, just before the meeting.
So she's showing, she says 85,000. You going on, what you're doing is subtracting the additional payroll we have, you're going on what's coming up.
That's off the computer, it's $6 today.
Right here is what the balance is.
Does one number contain GA money and
GA is separate.
Yeah.
You mean, we got
That's
You
the
have a
current,
balance of this right now.
of $8,000?
that's what it says.
Right.
And then when we take this 10,000 off for the auditor, then you're at -2.
Well, I'm not gonna go negative, so
What?
I can't make a negative check.
But we have to go get an anticipation warrant, according to Mr. Cohen, because
Right.
we have to have the money to operate for the rest of February and March. This is to the end of our term.
Can you do that
And-
without voting on it, because it's not on your agenda?
Pardon me?
Can you do it without voting on it, because it's not on your agenda? It needs a special.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna have to call a special
We have to
meeting.
call a special meeting.
For,
Go for it.
is Monday too soon?
Well, will we have something to say though?
we gotta do it fast, we gotta have it in a hurry, because you got a payroll coming up that has to be taken care of, plus other things.
So I'm taking it the answer from the road district is no.
They're not allowed to do it.
You asked him a question, what was your answer?
Mr. Cohn?
Yes, the answer is the road district can't lend money between fiscal years. They can lend money within a fiscal year as long as it's paid back within that fiscal year. They can do it starting the new fiscal year as long as there's an agreement that it will be paid back in that same fiscal year. If somebody has something that allows the road district to loan money to other government entities, I'm more than happy to look at it to try to alleviate the problem. The road district commissioner has always said that he wants to work with the board to solve any financial issues, but he's not going to get himself into a jam with somebody with a new board and new people involved saying that he did an illegal act of lending money that can't be repaid within the same fiscal year, because technically he's not in the business of loaning money.
Right, I know, he's just.
Is it the same fiscal year or within 1 year?
Fiscal.
It's fiscal year that is my understanding of what is required. But again, I'm more than happy, this question was just brought up, I'll be more than happy to look at whatever anybody brings, but in past, not this township, but other townships, it has been a tax anticipation warrant that would have to be obtained, and that's the process of going to your local lender and asking for a tax anticipation warrant, which is technically you borrowing against your tax revenue that for the upcoming year. You are pledging your full faith and credit to the lender in order to receive the money that is paid back
As soon as your
the
tax
following
money,
year.
comes in, it gets paid back.
That is correct.
Right, and it has been done before.
Are tax bills scheduled to go out on time this year though?
As far as it looks.
As far as it looks, the board will be closed and they'll get down to the county?
If we can get the payroll done, it will, but if we close down here, it won't. That's where it's gonna happen. Although, truthfully, I don't think the county would allow us to stop the assessor from his function.
No, I'm asking if the actual county will be able to process the bills in time, or if they're anticipating sending bills out.
No, as far as I know, they're anticipating.
You'll be done at the county in a month?
At the end of this month, we'll be done.
Okay, so
Grafton Township is
is
still
that for
going.
you?
They should be done shortly.
So you haven't heard anything from the county that they are going to not be able to turn their
No,
stuff in
they're
in time?
cranking Algonquin out 3 at a time now to get it done.
Okay.
Okay, so basically,
your earliest revenue is July?
the question
June or
is,
July?
we need a special meeting. Okay.
All right, I make a motion for a special meeting, I guess.
Give
We
me a date
need
and time.
48 hours to have it posted, and we can't quite fit it.
Except in an emergency situation.
To me, this is an emergency situation.
Can I make a suggestion? Why, if it's gonna take a couple days before you have your meeting, go and research this to get the money all figured out, what you gotta do.
Well, that's what I want, that's what I was gonna
In between.
say, make sure we have enough time, if you would contact lender, whatever, about tax anticipation warrants. Any lender you can.
Well, it would be our regular
Go to
bank.
your regular bank to do that.
The first thing they'll ask me for is our audits.
Jack, can you hold that check till the well check comes?
Yeah, can you hold the check?
Yeah.
Monday?
Yeah.
You can pay 36.
The only thing that bothers me is we have this budgeted.
Right.
But we adopted